How long have we been told that the problem with black America is that we used to be slaves? Now, if I had just got set free from slavery, I could maybe have to listen to that, but I've never been a slave. And I can't believe for one moment that my attitudes and my behavior is more contingent upon something happened 300 years ago, 100 years, 150 years, than it is what I decided to do in my own power. Sometimes in our assessment, people will give you an excuse to fail. They will tell you you can't do no better. And then you spend all your life feeling like a victim. If I had a had. And then you start hating America. I know you ain't never been out this country. Because if you ever leave this country, when you get back, you'll love it. You'll love it. You'll love America. You'd rather be on the wrong side of the railroad track than to be in Guatemala, Vietnam. Huh? Come on. Amen. I know I've been out there and you couldn't wait to get back. You want no trouble. But only in America can you go from nothing to having nothing, to living a dream, because you put forth the effort. You overcame. You educated yourself. But our society, our political leaders of old, they wanted to tell you that that systemic racism is the reason you can't get ahead. And all you got to do is turn on, you love football, turn on football, and there's a black quarterback, a black coach, a black commentator, making millions of dollars, y'all don't hear me, in the same America that they told you couldn't make it in. You got a black president, a black vice president, but you still are being told that you can't do nothing because of racism. That is their way of setting you on the sideline. They won't tell you the reason that you're having problems because your walls have been torn down. You won't devote yourself to one woman. You got more babies than any one man ought to have. Lord, help me to preach somebody out. He tell you that the reason white folk do good is because they got white privilege. I call it family privilege. Amen. If I had a job and I owned a business and my child came, or my friend Claire's child came, or my club friend child came and wanted a job, and then you showed up wanting a job, who you think I'm going to give it to? That ain't white privilege. That's called family privilege. And the problem is we have not positioned ourselves to give our children any family privilege. Y'all, I can see right now, y'all ain't gonna. They got us hating folk to tell us to get a job. I think Trump got in, they put something out, say he done rolled back 150 years of civil rights. Now, that's a lie. You can't roll that back. You can't do no executive order and roll that back. But I'm going to tell you something else. Even whenever we were under Jim Crow, there was one thing that had power, and that was the power of relationship. And if you could get along with people, even under Jim Crow, you could rise up. Y'all don't hear me. Laws are not what we're dealing with. What we need is respect. We need honor. We need honesty. We need truth. We need loyalty to our children, our wives, and our husbands, our church, and our neighborhood. Oh, I can't. I know that God is able. This man was able, Nehemiah, because he settled that. He thought, I can go down there and build these walls. I know these people are complacent. I know that everywhere they look, they see signs of failure and defeat. Every time they look at a wall, they know that they've been overrun, they've been defeated, they got a syndrome of defeat within them. But I believe that the God of heaven will prosper us, and we can raise these walls up again. So he said, we're going to change, we're going to trade our rubble for revival. The rubble would be all that way of thinking. Are y'all with me here? That would defeat us. He went there. I'm outdone today because I think it's a very simple message. Very simple message. Take your rubble and turn it into revival. We don't have to whine about what happened to us. I told the saints a long time ago, the Lord told me, tell them, say, anything that can happen to anybody can happen to you. It's a very immature believer who feels like now that I'm saved, everything's supposed to go well. The Bible said it pleased God to make the captain of our salvation perfect through what he suffered. Young men don't come and say, this didn't happen for me yet. I'm upset. No, God is testing you. You learn more in the dark with God than you do in the light. You learn resilience when things not going your way. You learn how to bite in. You learn how to hold on with your teeth. You learn how to roll over 3 or 4 times a night and then just say, Lord, I put it in your hand. I'm going on to sleep. I know you got me. God ain't going to have a bunch of wimps in heaven. When we get there, we're going to all be familiar with the sword. We're going to know how to fight. We're going to know how to hold on during the dark. And God will exercise us with the tests and trials of this present world.